All right, guys, this is take two. I'm gonna try. I was like 5 or 6 minutes into this same video I wanted to make for you, and my cough just got too bad. So, I will bow out. This is my last attempt because I do got to get my shipping done, even though it's not going out till Tuesday. So, what I was saying when I was so rudely interrupted by this cough that I have is that I canceled 2 orders. One was unpaid, and they had messaged me and said, they have no idea how these Nike pants got ordered, and it's fine. So I canceled it. I always submit and relist for free. Now the reason I do that is because I only have like 20 some orders right now, and if 2 of them have requested to cancel, with so many people selling on Poshmark and other platforms, a lot of people cancel because of that. They double sell things, and eBay gets really upset about that. So for me, I think it's safer, even though, yes, you could go in and fight it and show them where the customer had messaged you. I don't want to have to mess with that or have my account slow down because of that. And so I always put submit and relist for free. And to me, it seems like the algorithm sees that you would not be relisting something if you had double sold it. So that's just my theory. I have no proof of that or anything. That's just what makes me feel a little bit safer. So then the second one I canceled was a paid order, and it was a rugby shirt. It was a decent sale. It was a $34.99 sale that I took on offer. And oh man, it was a size different than what or not different than what I said, but I didn't realize it was this size. And in the title and like 4 places in my listings, because I kind of copy down as I go, it was in there, but it's okay. You can beg somebody to buy something that they have changed their mind on. Maybe they shot a quick offer and then realized, that they just didn't want to follow through. And so that's okay. And, I don't worry about it. I just make sure that it doesn't affect my business when I do that. So after those cancellations, I have 19 orders left. And this is just a hat. I was in the middle of showing it when I started coughing really bad. So this is just a Parkhurst hat. It has a really pretty rosette on there. Now, of course, I've sealed the package. And it's kind of a slouch wear. It's made in Canada. So anyway, they paid $19.87 total, and they paid me $6.50 in shipping. And it's going to cost me $4.27 to ship this. Now, one thing, I hope that you're watching this before, if you are prepping your orders ahead. This says Monday, January 16th, tomorrow. And you can't ship tomorrow because it's a postal holiday. So I'm going to go ahead and change this and put Tuesday. But really, you would think the Postal Service and eBay would sync on this a little bit better. So I'm going to have to be very, very careful, like even tomorrow, if I'm pre-prepping to ship, that, I don't make a mistake. So I made a little bit of money on the shipping too. They did not use a promoted listing or a coupon on this. Okay, let me click to print. So yeah, let's see, yesterday, so I told you on another video, yesterday, by 11 at night, just because off and on I had my own interruptions, but then just mostly drinking too much and, drinking too much stuff to keep this cold down and running up and down the stairs and all that wasted time. It took me about 12 hours to get 45 listings done total. And that was pretty good, though, and I think I'm still seeing kind of an uptick in sales off of that. I think eBay kind of looks at it like a 24-hour thing. What I would have done yesterday is I would have scheduled some of those for today and not had to list at all. But I went ahead and just felt like I do want to get some extra listings done anyway. So I took a bunch of photos. That's one thing I'm doing. Sorry, guys, I'm so unorganized. I'm not really set up yet to do a shipping video. Let me make sure this says Tuesday, because that would be the 17th. So yeah, 1/17. I'm just going to check myself because I'm talking and I want to make sure that I don't miss it. And I've had it click off on me too. I've had it where I put it for a certain date because I'm clicking down for some reason, and it will click off on me once in a great while. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to have to move my trash closer. All right, let's see what else we got here. I have a lot of good clearance stuff, too, that I'm just so glad is just out of here. This is Under Armour Large. So I had said in my previous attempt at this video that I had 20 orders minus the one that canceled that was paid. The other guy hadn't paid. And that was since 9:30 yesterday morning. And, you know, it's like 6 o'clock at night on Sunday. So that's a little over, that's like 36 hours or whatever it is, going on 2 days. It's going on 48 hours. And so I'm happy with that. It was about $600 worth of orders. Some of it is my son's, and so I'm splitting the consignment. It's not all mine. This is an Under Armour large shirt. It's a Henley, I call it, nothing to show. Make sure this guy doesn't have 2 orders. So if you don't know how to do that, you just highlight their name or their username, go to Control F. This is on Windows. I'm not a Mac user. And then a thing will pop up and it'll either show 1 of 1, 3 of 1, whatever. And you can kind of tell if they've ordered more than one thing. So this person only ordered 1. I am starting to try. It's not working yet. I just have not niched down enough. But on the times when I've gotten huge batches of things in, you know, huge amounts of the same type of clothing or whatever that I, you know, happen to source, then I do get some repeat customers. So that's good. So I try to just check. This one, they did use my 28% off, and they did use a promoted listing. I had a coupon out there for 28% off right now. Really trying to clearance out, especially some of this older stuff. Okay, see, it's saying Monday again, so I want to pay attention. Change it to Tuesday. All right, let's get that shipped. Nice, nice, easy sale. There was a time when I was doing so much Under Armour. It's possible I paid $350 for that, but this is only about 1,000 items ago, so only like a month or so ago. So I'm pretty sure I just got it at the bins. Okay, and I do need to check one other thing. Okay. So yeah, I had a pretty good day. I've had a very productive day. You know, other than just maybe being a little bit slower because of all my interruptions. But I want to say, let's see, I have it written down here. I have 16, no, I have more than that. I must have quit on some of those. I had about 17 or 18 items photoed. Sorry, guys. And then I just went ahead and listed 3 because I know that technically I've had a lot of listings in the last 24 hours. And you can get, you know, pretty concerned about that. But I do have a listing goal. And I try to list, you know, every 24-hour cycle. I try to have at least 10 listings going up. And that's if they're higher end things. So I am happy with 10 items. If they're, you know, at least a couple of $40 and $50 items, then I am happy with 10. If it's all kind of $15 to $20 items, then I like to be at 20 or 30 of those. And so I already listed 3 Christmas items today. That's I am still, not even still, but just never stopped since Christmas. I am selling all of these Christmas Department 56 and all of this stuff. So I've kept buying it. I just, you know, went ahead and kept buying it. And yeah, so I don't know when it'll stop, you know, but so far it hasn't. So I'm just going to keep going on it. And it's stuff that I got at the Goodwill. A lot of it was half price anyway. They were getting rid of their Christmas, so it's stuff I have hardly no money in. Okay, this one. This one is one of my sons. I I was saying on my other video, I wish that I would have done a haul video because he had a lot of really cool hard goods. So I read them off on my last video. If you go watch it, I went through and read them off. It's not as fun as like actually seeing, especially some of the toys that he had. But anyway, this is just that KitchenAid bowl. That's all it is. It's a 6-quart mixing bowl, stainless steel. It has the handle. It's the kind that has the 2 hooks on each side that have to hook on to that. My mom has this particular setup on her KitchenAid, and it raises and lowers. And honestly, it's not my favorite. I cook at her house all the time, and I use it. And um, you know, obviously, if I found it at a garage sale, I wouldn't be that picky. But I don't like it as much. Mine is just the more traditional with the handle on it, and you lift it off and screw it on, and I prefer that setup myself. I know that there's probably benefits to this one, but anyway, this sold with a coupon. Where are we here? This sold, the whole order is $82.75, and they paid $17.25 in shipping. This is only going to Nebraska, so it's not going to cost probably near that much. So I'm going to go see all of our options. Let's see here. I want to make sure I have, I always write the measurements on here because sometimes eBay will kick them out. So let's see, where did I get these measurements from? I say always as in every time except for this time, of course. I have no idea. Okay. Oh, right here. They are on the side. I'm like, where did I get 16, 12, and 12 from? But they're on the side of the Lowe's box, on the side, not the bottom. All right, so that is correct, and then it weighs over 4 pounds. So I've got that put in. All right, let's go see what I can do for my $17. So priority mail is $15.97. UPS ground is $16, which is surprising. So I'm just going to go with priority mail. I still get to keep like over $1, a little bit on that. Let's see. That needs to ship on Tuesday. I'm just going to double check one more time. I know for a fact that I read that January 16th was a postal holiday. Now, I just don't want to, ship these all out on Tuesday and miss my, my shipping windows. So let me double check. Yeah, it says very clearly Martin Luther King Jr. birthday, January 16th on Monday, so 2023. So I'm correct. It kind of worries me when it doesn't pop up. I'm thinking, did I dream that up or what? But no, it's correct. So yeah, $15.97. I'm not going to put signature confirmation on this. On certain items that I think are more of a fraud type thing, like video games, if they're like over 150, or there's certain things where or if I go look at someone's feedback and I'm like, oh yeah, they leave a lot of negatives, or they sure have a lot of issues getting their mail, then I'll slap a $2 or $3 signature confirmation on it. But I'm not going to worry about this one. I kind of, I don't like to spend a lot of time like researching every customer. I never look anyone up. I know people who, especially new sellers, they'll like research like someone's house to see if they're going to follow through and pay, or if they should ship it. And I mean, on a huge, thousands of dollar item, I guess I'm not above doing that, but I don't think you can really tell. It's the people with lots of feedback sometimes that are bad about that. They just choose not to pay that one time. Maybe they are a good payer and they just regret their decision, or they're busy in their business, or who knows what, and they just don't follow through. So I don't think it's always a predictor. Alright, so that printed the 17th. And I'm going to run this to the hallway, guys. I just don't want to trip on this thing. Watch out, little brother. Come in. Yeah. Alright. My husband is at church tonight. I'm coughing, hacking way too much. So Frodo and I, my puppy, are here. We're holding down the fort. We're getting some work done under the circumstances. Okay, let's see what comes up next. All right, this is a Metal Gear. I think I wrapped it. It's one of my son's games here. It's, let me see what this is. I know it's a video game, but Metal Gear Solid, PlayStation 1, Black Label, 2-disc with manual, untested, we sold it as. So, I don't know why, but, you know, he didn't actually play the game. So, we're pretty safe on ours because the returns are just not worth it. So anyway, $29.99, and they used my 28% off coupon and promoted, so they got it for a total of $30.94, and I already printed that off for him. My tape wants to stick. All right, so this is going to Texas. All right, 13 ounces. And we're going to change this to Tuesday. Okay. Alrighty. Out the door. I have very, very few people claim, oh, I didn't get that or anything. Once in a great while, so you have to look at how much it is if someone wins a claim like that versus all the times that you put signature and insurance is really hard to get a claim on. There's been a couple of times in the whole time I've sold on eBay where something really did break and I believed the customer and I tried to get it through the post office. I think one time it was like $28 or something like that, and I thought, well, I'll just fill this out, it'll just take a second. And I had never had a claim before that, and they, you know, gave me all sorts of runaround. It just was not worth my hour. So, I still do it on expensive items, and I'll message the customer and say, hey, just to let you know, I put signature confirmation and insurance on this, you know, to make sure and protect your purchase. And I think it's just more of like a mental thing for me to tell them, hey, just so you know, if you're thinking of saying that you didn't get this, I got you, you know, I'm ahead of you there, buddy, but I don't know if it makes a difference. Now, the other thing I do, and especially at Christmas, right now it may not be as important, but if I've marked on the box, because I'm a pre-packer, I always go in and then I mark it back out. Now, the reason I do that is, what if it is a gift? What if it's a birthday gift? You know, and especially like on that other one, it says KitchenAid on this pretty decent sized box. You would think someone would know when they lift it that there's not a KitchenAid in there, but I think it just prevents some things. So before I take that to the mail, I will cross that off. But mostly, especially at Christmas, I always make sure that people don't know what's in it because, you know, it might be a gift. Okay, let's see what we got next. Oh, this thing, I am so glad that this is out of here. This is just that YDK sewing pedal. I may have mentioned this in a video a week or two ago that I was editing a lot of stuff, and this thing, I never thought I was going to get major bucks for it, but I thought I was going to get like 10 or 15, and for whatever reason, it just didn't pan out. I've had it for 2 years. I just haven't had time to get back to it. And so I greatly reduced the price. So I finally got $3.25 and $15.89 total. And that is fine with me. They did not use anything on it. They didn't use the coupon or anything. I would have been happy. I don't care if they would have given me 99 cents. It's out of my store. It makes me look good. Makes me look like I accepted an offer. Makes me look like to eBay that I, you know, keeping up with my orders and rotating my store. And this is actually going to Puerto Rico, which is interesting. Maybe, you know, if that's all I do, that's fine. If all I do is provide someone with something they really needed, I'm fine with that. So let's see. This is over 1 pound. That's what I had in there. I have my measurements correct. Let's see. No, actually, I've got them overestimated. 9.7. Oh, no. Extended it out. I'm going to see. I show 9.75 on my measurements. 9, 7, and yeah, 9, 7, and 5. But in here, I'm showing 13, 8, and 9. So I do not know. I'm type A. I just want to make sure I'm not missing it. Nope, definitely 9, 7, and 5. There's no way in the world. So that didn't reduce the price, and that's fine. I mean, that would have been nice too to Puerto Rico if it would have. So I only charged them $11, and by priority mail, it's going to cost $13.06. So basically, this is a wash, but I am just so glad, you know, to get it out of my store. I am more than happy if I can bless somebody with this thing. So that's going out Tuesday. I've got Tuesday clicked on there, and then I'm going to purchase. That makes me, not that I would list just to help somebody. I mean, you can't afford to do that in business. You can't just list a bunch of stuff just to help someone. But once you've already listed it, once you're trying to clearance it, if someone gets a bargain, I am more than fine with that. It's printing, it's printing. Okay. These shoes I was a little bit disappointed in. I thought they had kind of a really cool Y2K look to them. And let's see, I think they have a little bit of dirt on them, but truly not that much. And I just couldn't get more for them. I might have gotten them based on just style and not really looked up the brand. And because I wasn't asking a whole lot for them, I mean, anyway. And so I think I took 13. I'm going to look here. I've got to check and see. I hope I've got paper in here. Yeah, I do. I went to an estate sale. It's 2 summers ago now. And they had it week after week after week. It was kind of a slash garage sale. There wasn't an estate company involved. It was like the family. And I know I wasn't there the very first weekend they had it. But long story short, I was the only person who asked, I guess, about how much the copy paper was. And they had, it was kind of a hoarder situation. So I got I still have it out back in my garage. I paid less than $1 a ream for just tons and tons of copy paper. I traded out some stuff with a friend. So yeah, I paid less than $1 a piece for these. And I've still got, I think, like 10 reams out there. I hope so. But I mean, I don't even remember how many I started with. I know that there were cases that were still wrapped and then singles. And this has just lasted me forever. I mean, you can imagine how much I print. I mean, I just print all day long, and for personal reasons, and also for like paperwork and tax time last year, and I go through tons of paper. So that was a blessing. That's what I'm looking for. And then 2 years ago, also, a friend called me, and I just ran out of some cleaning products that were brand new sealed from 2 years ago. That was a great summer. I mean, I wasn't spending hardly anything, and I had years' supplies of just stuff. And so I'm really waiting for garage sale season to come again. I know if you live in a summer climate, this is nothing new for you, and you probably have that happen every day if you're a reseller. But for me, at the thrift once in a while I'll get a call to go to a personal sale or something. But for the most part, that only happens like in the midst of summer. So yeah, so on these Nomad shoes, $22.43 shipped. Thankfully, they fit in a padded. They are men's shoes, and I put 1990 Y2K suede mules. I don't have any problems in the title, so that means that, there was no real wear other than I might have mentioned a few scuffs. So I ended up taking $12. I probably could have waited longer, but I don't know. We'll get them out of here. If it's a slow sales day too, then sometimes, I am full-time, so I do have to make sure that I'm making a living. Okay. So here, when you're going down looking at all your orders, it says ship by January 17th, and I have same day shipping. So technically here it's accurate. I don't know, and I'm not going to try, obviously. I don't know what would happen if I clicked on or left Monday in the column and clicked to ship. Maybe it would convert to Tuesday. I don't know, but I'm not going to find out. Anyway, no promoted, no coupon on that. So that's a, I know, I mean, I shouldn't say I know. I might have paid $3.50 or $4 for those, but I don't believe I would have on that. Okay, so I'm going to change this to Tuesday. Yeah, so I have, I listed 3 items. I've got 16 more photoed. And then the plan for tonight, you know, my husband's at church. He'll be home. He'll visit over there and stuff. And normally Sunday's a big day off. And, you know, we just kind of rest and we watch TV at night. So I'm trying, after I get the shipping video done, to, and get my shipping done. It's not just the video. It's that I'm actually doing my shipping. I want to photo 30 items for my virtual assistant in the morning. He got everything done on, let's see, that was Saturday. And so I like to give them hard goods because that's when listing takes longer. You're switching categories, you're doing all this stuff. On clothing, just because I've done it longer, and plus I have a lot of clothing in my store, I can go to sell similar much quicker. And that's why I have him do all my son's stuff on the video games and everything, because those are categories that I don't have a ton of stuff in my store on that, and so selling similar is harder and more difficult. And so that's why I try to give them that kind of stuff. And but what I found was on Saturday, it was just too stressful to worry if my drafts were going to get deleted, and I had so much boxing to do. So I am doing, you know, a lot of the hard goods now, and on, you know, today I did 3 of them already, the major hard goods I wanted to get done. And I'm going to give them just clothing. It's not clothing that I have in my store necessarily, so it's not like I could just go in and really sell similar quickly. It's coats and jackets and things that anyway, I'm just going to do clothing with them, and it's more for me because tomorrow when he gets those done starting at 7 in the morning, I can just quickly get it done just by standing here. Whereas when I was trying to beat the drafts and make sure they didn't get deleted, it was just too hard, because even though I had all the cardboard stacked here and I had my tape and I had everything I needed to package up all the hard goods, it was still just too difficult. As soon as eBay fixes that draft thing, it won't be a big deal. All right, this is a pair of Greg Norman shorts. This is number 2,323. We're on numbers 4,000 and something. 4,000. Where are we? We are on 4,065 now, so about 1,700 items ago, something like that. All right, these I just must have, you know, wanted to kind of clearance them. I've had them a long time, even through the, well, no, it wouldn't have been through the summer. Anyway, I don't know, but I took an offer of $6.19, and then he paid the shipping. Let's see, I'm not wanting to do that. What am I trying to do? I want to go to Control F, and he only ordered one thing. And he did not use a coupon, but sold via promoted. That's what's interesting. I guess it's because I accepted an offer, so he can't use a coupon on top of it. Sometimes if I have something for $9.99 or $8.99, they would be better off to just use my 28% off coupon, or sometimes I even have a 30% off coupon. So I don't always understand why they don't, but that's fine with me. This is going to Missouri, pretty close to us, so the shipping shouldn't be much. So let's see, they paid $5.99. So actually I have had them in there a while, because not, like for the last 2 or 3 months, I think I've been charging way over 6 for first class shipping because that's just what it went up to. So anyway, shipping's only $4.90, so I kind of scored another buck on that. So that's not bad. I don't pay for shorts at the thrift except maybe in the summer. If there's some North Face shorts and stuff like that, I will pay $4 in the middle of summer and the height of summer when I know I'm going to turn it. But these would have been a bins find, and so it would have cost me about $1.50 for these. Not a sale I would recommend, but it's okay. So yeah, the things I photoed for myself, which I will work on tomorrow while while they're drafting, every time they have 3 or 4 drafts, I'll finish theirs and package them. But in between, instead of just standing here, I will finish my own 16 drafts. I might do a few more tonight because I officially would like to have 10 items going in, every single day and today. And I've only done 3 so far. Oh, you should see the mess I have in my storage, though. It's from doing all the listing, which is great, but that's only half of the job. And since I've been sick, that has been the piece that has been suffering. The listing hasn't suffered because I know that that's like, vital to my income, even being able to be full time. So I never I shouldn't say never, but I hardly ever let that go. But everything else is just kind of suffering. So this is one of my son's NCAA football 14 for Xbox. This was a good sale. Now we put this as untested and sold as is, and this is normally even used, I think, over $150 game, something like that. But even though I can clean this, we just decided not to. It's just better. And so someone who looks like they, buy a lot of video games and stuff, they bought this, which I actually like. I would rather have the reseller buy it and sell it themselves or clean it or whatever. Then you very rarely get returns rather than the customer and then they didn't read or whatever. And they also used a 28% off coupon on this, but I did not promote it. I knew that it was going to go fast. So let me make sure he didn't order some of the other video games. I don't think so. Nope. Okay. So anyway, I'm happy with this sale for him. We will end up splitting it. My son bought it and did all that. I'm doing all the work actually. So for me, it's a pretty good split on things like this. I mean, it took me less than four minutes investment in this, which my son knows. He's an eBay seller too. He understands that. But I am shipping it. So, I mean, if you count a minute here without me talking, if you say even, it took me a minute to pull it and a minute to ship it. My time investment, because my VA did the listing. So my total cost and time investment is in paying my VA the $1 to do the listing. And then my time investment is in launching, checking the draft, launching the draft, and then packaging it up in this box, which I slipped into a mailer, and then what I'm doing now. So for me to get, let's see, I'm going to get what, $40 or something like that. Let's see, $71.45, and then after eBay fees and stuff, so I'm going to get 32 or something like that for that amount of time. And my son doesn't like to mess around with $10 items, not if we're splitting them. Now I don't think he even does that on Amazon. He just would rather shop longer. So anyway, he doesn't give me a whole lot to consign that is not going to be worth it to me and for my time. And he goes in spurts. Like during fourth quarter, I'm not going to get anything from him for eBay because he's too busy doing Amazon. So this isn't something I depend on. It's kind of us helping each other, and that's what we do. I'm excited if I can get well enough. I don't want to infect him with whatever this is, and I have to be rested enough to go to the bins without coughing all the time. I probably still will go on Wednesday even if I'm still coughing, but I won't go to the bins because to sit there and not be able to, you know, really go anywhere if you start coughing too much, because well, we're driving separately actually because we both need to get a lot of stuff, so I'm taking my own car, so technically I could leave, I guess. But if I'm coughing too much, I will probably just go regular thrifting all day, where I can go into one place for an hour or two, come out, get really hydrated again, and leave. At the bins, I love that more than anything on earth. But, you know, the bathrooms can be kind of nasty. And I think I said it on a different video, but I know everybody can't watch every single video. You know, the amount of supplies right now that I'm going through in a normal day, you know, Kleenex, drinks, all that, the amount of stuff I'd have to haul into the bins is just crazy. So I'm not going to try that until I'm better. All right, this is Fat Doc Laveau. Oh, yeah, I've had this shirt. Finally, this thing. This is, no, I guess I haven't had, I'm sorry, I'm confusing this with another shirt. This is about 800 items ago. So, I haven't had it that long. It's, what is it? Hector Laveau. And, but I've had it a lot higher. I thought at one point maybe it would. But anyway, this has holes in it and everything else. And, so I took $34.71 total. So they used, that was after the 28% off and the promoted listings. But that's kind of a thing I clearanced, and I'm so glad to get that much for it. I didn't know if I would. So I am happy, happy. That's what I'm hoping to do just in this new year. That's kind of one of my goals, is I don't mind having to clearance stuff in the end, but I want to research stuff up front enough before I ever put it in my store that a clearance item is still, you know, $10 to $15. This thing where I have some clearance items now where I'm just hoping to get $1, and I'm getting ready to pull some of those things off. That's a undertaking too, because you either have to throw them away and toss them in the dumpster still wrapped, or if you're going to donate something, I guess you could just donate it all in the boxes. Because I pre-box, that's one of the problems. If I decide that something's not going to sell, then I've already boxed and taped it up. And so before I donate it to the Goodwill, I guess I could give it to them and just let them kind of have a Christmas thing and look in every box and wonder what's in there. I guess that'd be kind of funny to them. Just take down a bunch of huge boxes of stuff that's taped down, see what they think of that. But yeah, for the most part, I have to then unwrap the few things that haven't sold. But I'm happy. Overall, my stuff does rotate. I probably have, I'd say, about 100 stagnant items, and they're still selling. Like this, I would have considered kind of a stagnant item, but finally I got $40 for it. So some of my stagnant items are actually pretty good. Okay. I'm trying to think, I think I only sold 2 items so far that I listed yesterday. Don't quote me, because I did list some clothing yesterday too, and I don't think any of it's in here. So I'm happy with that, but I must have made the algorithm happy because all this older stuff is selling, which is great. Great, great, great. The newer stuff, I'm not going to say I know it will sell because that sounds overly confident, but the way I pick things now, you know, pretty much I try to stay at 100% sell-through rate. Now, I won't always be able to do that. The more you grow your store, the harder it is to find every item to be 100% sell-through rate. But right now, I haven't maxed out my listings. I'm only listing consistently about 10 items a day. Sometimes I'll do 50 like I almost did yesterday. I did 45, but then you know, I'll be gone 3 days this coming week to the bins or shopping in Denver anyway. And so I'm going to have to work really hard to achieve even 10 a day on those. Sorry, guys. All right, this is a good sale. If I can tell you about it, I may not be able to. Sorry, let me get a drink, guys. We'll try this here. See what happens. All right, all right. Sorry. All right, this is a real pretty dress. It's a Cecilia Prado dress. Okay, guys. I think what we'll do is I'll just read down. As soon as I'm done here, I'll see if I can survive enough to read down. I'm not going to make you maybe go through it. We'll see. We'll see how it goes here. Sold via promoted. Sold with 28% off. So, $48.35 total. That's with shipping. It's a very pretty dress. I have boho peasant. It's actually, I'm really happy with that sale too, because this is a woman's petite size small, which to get rid of a, petite small in anything, that's kind of a challenge. So, I didn't look at the number to see how long I had that thing. Let me see if I can figure it out. I always like, oh, here it is. Duh. $38.64. So that's only a month or so ago. So that makes sense because I just really thought it was a pretty dress. I don't know anything about the brand. I must have just found it either at the bins or in the store and felt like it was worth it. So this is going to New York. It is a sleeveless dress. So, brr, they've had a lot of cold weather in New York. I'm surprised anybody wants a sleeveless dress there, but I'm glad they do. Maybe they're going on a cruise in February or something like that. Or maybe not February, but March or April is more traditional for that, but maybe they're going on vacation somewhere. Yeah, I've contemplated on, having any videos where I'm coughing and all that, and I could really design everything to look much, much more professional and better. But, I am full-time, and I don't have to work when I'm sick that much. Like, nothing compared, honestly, to when I was a nurse. When I was a nurse, man, you would think that, you got all the benefits, you got all the paid time off. I mean, I always had a ton of paid time off racked up. You would think that that would be better. Like, okay, I'm sick right now. I've been sick going on 7 days. And probably, I mean, like, and you can wear a mask around patients and it's fine. But just think of me trying to care for somebody with this kind of a hacking cough. But I'm telling you that everywhere I've worked since I've been a nurse, for the last 10 years, I don't know what it was like before. I'd have to ask my mom again, but because my mom is a nursing professor and she's a lifelong nurse, seriously, going on probably 53 or 4 years. She's been a nurse. But anyway, you could not just call in and say, yeah, I'm still sick, because, I'm an honest person. Not that I'm like a perfect person. I'm just saying that I would never lie to not have to go to work. No matter how much I hated my job, I would quit before I would just like call in and make my coworkers scramble. I just don't like doing that. So I was never the one who was like fake calling in or whatever. But the few times over the years that I would call in and say, I am just too sick, I cannot get there. I mean, you talk about the judgment and the, oh, are you kidding me? And, and I think it might be different if you work at a really big hospital and they have like a nurse pool and it's just HR that you're talking to, and it's not really your coworkers that you are inconveniencing. But yeah, if I had been, this sick as a nurse, I would have ended up just working. It would not have been worth it to inconvenience my coworkers, feel like I had to call and justify whether I was sick or not. So even though I'm sitting here hacking and everything else, it is because I'm full-time and I just have to kind of work through it. I really am not in a financial position, or I just don't want the business to flop, to take a whole week off just for no reason. So I just try to work through it. If I had needed to sleep every single day, I could have fit that in. That is the blessing. Now, I would have had to probably scramble next week if I would have done that. But anyway, it's possible. And that's why I feel very blessed to be able to do what we do. This is a Patagonia sweater cardigan. It is a size small, and it's a gray long turtleneck. So, again, a size small. These are these are not the most popular sizes selling for me today. That's great. So they did use my 28% off coupon and sold via promoted. So it's $26 all in. Very happy with that. And I need to check again, make sure people aren't ordering two things. I really want to work on my repeat customers. And as you get the same brands in, I notice it does work out that way. Okay, guys, this one is 15 ounces. And first class, we're going to put Tuesday. Here we go. So yeah, even though technically you've seen me for 7 days, and that's what I was trying to say is, do I show this or not? You know, do I show that I'm like coughing and all of this? I guess I could have just told you about it and spared you hearing it. But, you know, I'm this sick and I am down here having to work, but this is me, my choice I made. I own my own business. You know, there's a trade-off. I don't have to go to work at 4 in the morning and still work. Now there are jobs, I've never had one. I've always had a job like a nurse or something. How can I put it? Not important, just where there's a shortage is what I'm trying to say. It's not that a nurse is more important than many other things. It's just I've always been in some kind of job where they were shorthanded and, you know, their stress was your stress and you couldn't just really feel comfortable calling in. Yeah, so, you know, there just weren't replacements lined up. So, especially during COVID, um, let's see, I don't think I was ever sick during COVID. You know, I was obviously taking care of very ill people, but I don't think that I ever had to do that, you know, during COVID. But the worst thing is the night shift, you know, when the night shifts I've worked, and when you can do a night shift if you sleep during the day and can get your act together and just kind of make sure that you're getting rest, and you can do it without too much impact on your health. But boy, if you're sick and you have to go on the night shift and there's not a lot going on, if your patients happen to sleep, I mean, those nights are so long. I just can't even tell you. That's kind of the difference. That's what's so strange. I don't know how to explain it, but right now, I mean, obviously I'd be tired if I had to stay up all night, but if I had to stay up all night, I could do it now because it's my thing. I'm growing my own business, and it's a whole different feeling than even if you care about your patients and the place you work. It's just so much different to try to stay up all night and do things like that. At least it is for me. So in other words, you know, even sick, I am just very happy. All right, Chico's Travelers. Did I sell this? I've got not so many orders as in look at me. It's just that I pulled these like 7 hours ago and I was going to do it and then it didn't happen. Okay, so this one is a Chico's, which I'm happy about because I'm testing this brand right now. I've heard so many other sellers say that Chico's in larger sizes are definitely a buy. And this is a size 3, which I still have not figured out exactly what that translates to, but Chico's people do know. And so this is a real cute animal print. Very cute animal print skirt. And so it's sold via promoted, but no coupon. And so I got $20.69 total. So I'm very happy with that. Because I'm experimenting with Chico's, I know I would not have bought that at a normal store. I would have just bought that at the bins. Now I might. Now, if I can get my store in the algorithm and eBay starts to see that I'm selling a lot of Chico's, especially Chico's Travelers I'm really experimenting with and things like that. If eBay starts to send me the traffic on that, then I'll go start paying $4 for sure. I'm not against paying $4 to well, I guess it was $4 to $14 plus the shipping. So I wouldn't do that on purpose. $20 total is not enough for me to pay $4. Yeah, it's just too much work. It's too much work to list something and measure something. So if that's what I end up with on some things, then that's just the way it goes. But I certainly don't try to buy that kind of stuff. But that skirt, what was it, like 12 ounces? So that would have been like $1.50 at the bins. That's more like it. $1.50 to 14 plus shipping. That is still okay. It's not the best necessarily, but I'll do that. I would do that all day long if something will sell fast enough. So as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to photo for my VA just in case I don't feel good. I promised them work tomorrow and they're looking forward to it, so I got to do that. But if I still have any energy or time, it's already 7 at night, so I doubt I will, because I do want to spend some time with my husband tonight. Um, then I've got some Zaya joggers. I found 3 or 4 pair of, um, Zaya athletic stuff. Now, I found 2 or 3 pair of the nylon joggers, and they have the zipper ankles, and maybe I just have them overpriced, but I thought those would sell right away based on how Zaya has been doing, and they have not moved. So I've got 2 pair of Zaya stuff in this 16 items that I want to get listed, and I've got sell similar, stuff in my store I can sell similar off of. So those should take me less than a minute each. I've already got the photos uploaded and ready to go. So this whole sheet of 16 items shouldn't take me more than 2 hours maximum, and that includes the put away. So, boy, my trash can's too full. Should have gotten prepped better, guys. Now this item, I am so glad it goes. I know why this didn't sell as fast for me. It's because my post office up here is by the rules, and so I know that I can't take this JCPenney catalog in and ship it media mail. If they caught that, they would say there's advertising in here, it's only from the 90s, and you can't do that. So I have to ship anything that, like that. It can't go media. And so this is a regional rate A, which I just realized I can't probably use. I don't think that will pop up for me. So I'm going to have to take this and repackage it. But anyway, I'm going to just ship it UPS or Priority. I'll just send it to them. And anyway, so this is 4 pounds and 12 ounces. And that's why my stuff, no, it did. Okay, cool. It popped up as Priority Mail, Regional Rate A, because that's what I had in it. Let's see if it goes through. I wonder if it's going to. Because I thought they got rid of this. Maybe I'm sneaking in at the last minute. I can't think of too many things that I have packaged in these anymore. Because it would be like a book, pretty much. So I still have some of these boxes on hand, and I was just asking myself the other day if I should just, get rid of them or take them back to the mail. Yeah, it seems to be that it's going to let me print this. But anyway, the point is that I'm probably $7 higher on any magazines that have advertising that are newer. I would try to justify it on a vintage catalog. I would try to say, okay, this is from the 20s. Is this really what you're saying? No advertising. But other people I see on eBay all the time, they're selling media rate on these. And I don't know. I just know that when you read, you cannot sell a catalog with advertising in it. And and I'm not talking about that it says, like, here's our shirt for sale by JCPenney. I'm talking about kind of that middle section where it advertises other things and other catalogs. So anyway, they paid, let's see, I didn't tell us, or I want to know too, not just you. I want to know if they used promoted or what. Anyway, I have marked this thing down for years. I actually got a huge stack of these at an estate sale. I want to say 2 years ago, maybe it was 3, because I had like 11 or 12, and all the rest sold. And even though I did the exact same thing, all the others sold. I had a few people message me during that time and say, can't you sell this media mail, or why is the shipping so high? But when I told them, I said, listen, I just can't. If you want this one, I have to send it by priority, or at least parcel post. And everybody was fine with it, and they sold out. This is the only catalog out of that group that I have, and I haven't bought more because of that. So anyway, yeah, they did use my promoted listings, and they used a 8% off coupon, so it's $15.48 total. And let's see how much goes to shipping. I don't care though. I am just glad to get this in someone's hand. I've probably edited it twice. In a normal world where I wasn't working as a nurse during COVID, and then I helped my mom last year, I would have given up on this a long time ago. So, okay, so $15.48 total. It's going to cost me $12.73 to ship if this goes through with the regional rate A, and I am glad to get this out of here. Because, you know, if you saw my shipping video a couple days ago, I got rid of that Garfield tote bag, or that Garfield Christmas bag. I've gotten rid of that sewing pedal just now. I'm getting rid of the Sears catalog. So my editing is paying off the last like couple of weeks, where I'm just saying this has to go. In a month when I can get back to it, it's going to actually like go to the trash or something. I'm not doing this anymore. So in the last 2 to 3 years, I've really changed how I shop, especially after COVID. See, I was starting to do this. I was starting to say, you know, I like to shop more than I like to type. So right before COVID hit, so that would have been about 3 years ago, I had decided, you know, not to pick up stuff like this, like this catalog and stuff. But then COVID hit, and so I took what I could get, and I was very blessed. People gave me cowboy boots. I mean, people came out of the woodwork in town, and I had a construction company on Facebook post during COVID that they had a bunch of John Deere oil filters that they didn't want. And to be honest, they had posted it on Facebook Marketplace, and they just didn't take very good pictures. So, you know, and it was COVID, and some people, between the resellers who wouldn't go pick it up or shop, and the ones who just didn't really look at the ad, and I had no clue. I'm not going to make it sound like I was smart or something. I had no clue until I got there how many they really had. But I bought them for $5 a piece, and that one buy actually kind of helped the business survive during COVID. Now, I was working as a nurse overtime, so it wouldn't have technically mattered to my income whether I could have kept the business going, because I just felt a little bit of a responsibility to work during COVID, especially at first, because in our area we just didn't have anybody. So, so my business income was not my priority during that time. So anyway, the point is that I don't end up with near as much stuff like this anymore, because I finally, in the last year, even though I was helping my mom this year in 2022, even during that time, whatever I bought, I was much more careful, and so my stuff just rotates a lot faster now. And it's the best thing I ever did. I mean, people don't add into the time. They always say, well, it takes too long to source for that expensive stuff. What they don't understand is that when you get stuck with it on the back end, or it's just sitting, even though I do have the space, it is so much work to have sales and edit all that stuff off. So that's my opinion on it anyway. Now, these are 2 pair of LuLaRoe jeans. They're both size 32. They're black, and I have one more over there. I had bought 3 at a normal Goodwill, so I paid about $4.50 a piece. And I don't know why I didn't list the third one. I listed these 2, and then the third one should have just been take more pictures and do sell similar. So I don't know how that got mixed up, but it was at, well, maybe it was at the bins. I don't know why it would have got mixed in with everything. But anyway, let's say I bought it at the normal Goodwill. So $4.50 a pair. This lady wants the third pair, so I'm not actually going to ship these. I'm going to take photos, do a listing on eBay, and make sure that she buys it. And so, but for just these 2, even if she doesn't end up wanting that third one, if it doesn't measure out to her exact thing for some reason, she paid $71.71 total, and these are going to Hawaii, she told me. So hopefully I did the shipping right. I told her I would try to combine shipping, but if it's too expensive not in a flat rate, then I'll have to ship separately. So I'm going to put those 2 there, and I want to get those jeans at least up and listed tonight. That's a priority. We're almost there, guys. Almost there. Okay, this is a Woolrich shirt. Very pretty plaid. I was struggling with Woolrich, except for vintage stuff, and I find it every day of my life. I mean, I wear it, I find it. Wyoming is just full of it. It's a great brand, but you know, it's not quite up there with some of the other outdoor brands. It's not like Cool or whatever. So I started saying, okay, in an extra large, I'm going to think about picking it up. So I did on this one, and I also put Gorp Core. Now, I hope you can hear it with my voice. Gorp Core, G-O-R-P, and then Core. And I first heard this on Jack Valentine's channel. So anything outdoorsy, anything hiking, it's kind of that look where even people who don't hike just kind of dress in the cargo shorts and stuff. And I think this is my second thing that I've sold because I put Outdoor Core and Gorp Core in the title. $20.89 total. They did use a 28% off coupon and no promoted. So, but anyway, I'm really happy with these sales. I didn't know if it was going to make a difference with Gorp Core, Outdoor Core, Barbie Core. I've used Lag and Look for a long time. I've used Cottage Core for a long time. But these were new ones to me. I did not know there was a Gorp Core. I probably, when I'm, especially in the summer, I'm very much probably a Gorp Core. I wear Woolrich and cargo shorts, and that's probably actually who I am, and I did not even know that. I wear cargo pants a lot in Wyoming. I wear like Carhartt cargo pants, or I'll wear REI stuff, and so this probably is me. Anyway, it's going to cost me $6.12 to ship. It's going to Minnesota. So yeah, if you haven't seen that, go watch that. I should try to link it below. I will try to get better at making myself a note, but sometimes I didn't know I was going to, or I didn't realize this was a Gorp Core shirt, so I didn't realize ahead of time to put that. I can try to make a note and try to link that video. It's just Jack Valentine, and then it's called Different Core Aesthetics or something that you should know, and it's a very good video. Like I said, I think it's really been helping my sales on things that fit that. Okay, guys, we are almost there. So obviously I haven't been making any office update videos. That just kind of stopped, didn't it? I was, I mean, I've been listing, and I've been getting a ton of, really good stuff listed, so I'm making the right choice, but I really want my office to be clean, too. Okay. So 27 for Levi's, so these must be some kind of smaller Levi's. Levi's jeans, women's curve boot cut, which I thought boot cut and wide were in style right now. So I don't know why these just haven't moved for me. I mean, they are a size 4, I guess. $22.99 is the number, and we're in the 4,000s now. So these have been around, I would say, 8 months or something. It's possible I just listed them right before summer and they just were the wrong season and everything else. But anyway, $7.87, $15.87 total. They used my 28% off coupon and promoted listings. So, it's kind of a clearance item. I was just like, why are some of these things not selling? And I'm happy to get them out of there. Even if I bought that at the bins, though, that's $2.50 for a pair of jeans, I would estimate. It's 1 pound, 5 ounces. So, you're upwards over $2. So this is not something I would recommend doing. I would not do it again, put it that way. But, when you look at the numbers, like when I go to pull these, like it skips from like whatever this number is, $22.99 to like $2,400 or $24.22. So there's hundreds of things that have sold in between, and for some reason, who knows? So I don't really worry about it that much. Okay, going out Tuesday. I could go in and just rack my brain, and on an expensive item I do. On a very expensive item, I really do. I'm like, okay, should be like a $75 item. What is going on? And but on a pair of Levi's, yeah, I'm not gonna reinvest, 25 minutes to kind of figure out what is going on. But yeah, that's my understanding from all the videos I've watched the last couple days, or listened to. I don't really watch them. I've been photoing and down here and just trying to, really get work done. So I've been listening to so many people. I can't even tell you who they are, all of them. I'm trying to subscribe and like their channel and everything. But definitely I hear everybody, whether they're right or wrong, saying, tapered jeans will still kind of sell, but not really. And it's all about the wide leg and the boot cut. Then on the other hand, though, the Athleta and the joggers, like joggers, are just going through the roof like absolute crazy. So I'm trying to really focus on that, and it seems to be paying off. I haven't been picking up a lot of jeans lately, not for any reason. It's just I've just found so much other good stuff. I found lots of good jackets and things like that. Okay. This is an Ariat Pro. This is another Western brand, which I find a lot out here. That's why I focus on it. It's really pretty, and it's brand new with tags. So this is a size XL tall. So I knew, I would have gotten this used or whatever. Anything XL tall or anything bigger size and tall, for me, I shouldn't say anything, but it's definitely something to consider if you should pick that up. Okay, so this I've only had for, a few days. And let's see here. It is going to Kentucky. This is $33.60, 66 all in. Forgot to check if they used a coupon here. Let's see. Let us see. Nope, they did not use my coupon, which is good, and they used promoted listings. So that's a good sale. That is a really good sale. Okay. I wish that they would show down here if they use promoted listings, because if I click out of it, then I got to go back in. But it's fine. Most people are not, making videos from this screen, so it's fine. Okay, Tuesday. We've got just a couple more, guys. Just a couple more. Let's see. And I don't know where they are right now. I'll tell you why. They sold after I pulled most of this stuff, not yeah. I have this Francoma vase, and I don't remember what I thought I was going to get when I picked it up, because I don't do glassware for like 20 bucks. I'll do glassware, and I'll sell like a Pyrex thing or something. I'm not that good at glassware. I don't know my glassware, but if it has a marking on the bottom and I can figure it out and I'm pretty confident in it, then I don't mind wrapping it. I don't mind double boxing things, and I don't mind that. It's just that I'm sure I'm walking by a ton of depression glass and all kinds of good stuff. But anyway, I saw this vase, and I thought I was going to get more, but I took $21.84 total or something like that, $22, $23. And the lady, well, it said, return to sender, refused, or something like that. And so she messaged me, and, I could have had her PayPal me $10 and do all of this stuff, but I just told her, I'll just refund you, and I just basically gave her all of it back. Now, this is the same lady, and I'm going to go in a minute and check. Now, is she giving me a different address, or was that just whatever? And so this time she paid $27.47, and if it's the same address, I'm gonna ask her and verify. Okay, now you want this sent to the same address, and and I'm gonna consider that. But if it's the different address, which I think is what happened, I think what happened is she probably was moving, forwarded her address, and then just didn't change it on eBay. And so when I shipped it, maybe she thought it would get there before then. I don't know. But I'm gonna go pull that box again. I relisted it, but it's I thought I pulled it for in here, but I didn't. Anyway, I just saw it. It's under the same number. I just kept it under the same number and put it back where it goes. So I'm going to go pull that and probably reship that to her. And then I just sold a pair of Nike swim trunks. They are for teen boys. And I would have gotten these at the bins. Maybe pick. I don't buy kids stuff that often, so I might have picked them up accidentally. Or maybe during summer, I was like, okay, we need all the shorts we can get. I don't know. But anyway, I paid, or I got $7.75 plus shipping, so $14.62 all in, and they did not use my coupon. So guys, that is it for this shipping video. Now, this is, you know, almost 48 hours, and then tomorrow I will try to do another one, or else Tuesday morning before I actually take all of this to the mail. But thanks for hanging in there. You guys have a great day. I hope this is helping you, or at least exposing you to a couple of brands you haven't heard of. And that's why I watch a ton of what sold videos and shipping videos. I really learn a lot. It really helps me to just listen to other resellers. I can't believe the number of brands I've just kind of heard while I'm working, and then there they are. They just show up. So you guys have a great day, and I'll check back with you later. Bye-bye.